Critical thinking is one of the most important aspects to becoming a solid, functional human in society, and yet school has failed to teach us this. The likes of Aristotle, Socrates, and Plato were all incredible critical thinkers and were some of the greatest philosophers to ever set foot on this earth. Although we might not reach philosophers' superstardom like them, we can become critical thinkers. Now, you might ask, well, what is critical thinking and why is it so important? You see, critical thinking is the ability to analyze and evaluate an issue and then come to a conclusion or form a belief on that topic. This is so important because critical thinking is what shapes you into the person that you will become. It shapes your identity. In this modern day, in our society, people are always pushing their beliefs on you, whether it be their personal ideology or political idea. That's why the ability to think critically and evaluate what it is people want you to believe is so important these days. So once you finish this video, you'll have learned how to develop the skill of critical thinking, and you will be one step further in your self-improvement journey. Okay, so when it comes to the foundations of critical thinking, they are as follows: question, humility, and diversity of thought. In order to become a critical thinker, you must always question. When an issue or topic is presented to you, your mind might jump to a conclusion and form a belief about that thing. If you see someone really jacked in the gym, you might immediately form the belief that they are on juice and that they are taking steroids, even though that might not be the case. That's why it's so important to question your beliefs. Why did I think that guy was on juice? Why did I think he was steroids? Why do I think he's not natty? If you can take the time to analyze beliefs that form in your mind, questioning where your beliefs comes from is so important. Do you tell yourself that you're always gonna fail? If so, question why that is. Question why you hold certain beliefs that actually aren't of any value. Question things that aren't actually going to help you, and question beliefs that aren't actually your own. Why do I want this thing? Why do I want to become a millionaire? Why do I want that fancy car, and why do I want that fancy house? That's when true critical thinking starts to arise, when you question your own thinking. The second pillar of critical thinking is humility. Socrates, one of the greatest thinkers to ever live, was known for accepting his ignorance. True wisdom is knowing that you know nothing. Humility is so important, as you have to understand that you don't know as you think you know. By accepting that you don't know everything, you're one step closer to know everything. But of course, the more you know, the more you know that you don't know. So this is kind of like a weird paradox, but accepting that, hey, I might not know as much about this as I thought I did, saying, hey, I might not know too much about this, so let me really analyze and ponder so that I'm able to form a belief that I actually want to have. Knowing that you don't know something is totally okay. Knowing that you can do something about that is even better. The third and final pillar to become a critical thinker, diversity of thought. Back when the Roman Empire existed, rich parents would hire someone to mentor and tutor their kids so that their kids may become functional humans in that Roman Empire society. Oftentimes, the mentor and child wouldn't agree on certain topics and there would be debates. But that's what is so important. Having diverse opinions, having diversity of thoughts on certain topics is so very crucial when forming your own belief on that topic. Having diverse opinions opens up your point of view and gives you a new lens through which you can look an issue at, and gives us a new lens that we can look through. You might be so sure that something is true until a friend comes along and says, hey, maybe this isn't how this actually works, or, I think you're going down the wrong path. This is how it actually works, and your opinions might change. Now, of course, you might not agree with them, but diversity of thought is incredibly important as it gives you different angles from which to attack an issue. Did you know that Socrates mentored Plato, who mentored Aristotle, who mentored Alexander the Great? All of them disagreed on things, and yet they were all incredibly successful. Plato went on a different path than Socrates, Aristotle went on a different path than Plato, and Alexander the Great went on a different path than Aristotle. My point is that they were able to have their mentors' opinions and belief, and they were able to, from those diverse thoughts, sculpt their own beliefs. They took their mentors' knowledge and said, alright, this is true, this isn't true, I agree, I don't agree, and were able to sculpt their own identity from that diverse opinion, from those diverse thoughts, those debates, and those different opinions that arose. Instead of rushing in and coming to a conclusion immediately, they would ponder and think, I might believe this, but let me ask my mentor or my friend who might know more about this, who might know less about this, but who might nonetheless give me a good viewpoint on this issue. Alright, so those were the 3 pillars to critical thinking. I hope this helped you, and I cannot wait to see how much progress you make. Cheers, bro.